Hey there, I am Meteorologist Danielle Moss. I wanted to hop on really quickly and give you another update about what you can expect tonight. I know it is definitely a very scary situation, especially if you have a weather anxiety during this time. We're definitely anticipating some strong to severe thunderstorms to impact the Mid-South. So let's go ahead and get into it. Right now, here's a look at our current radar. You can see there's heavy rainfall moving through the Arkansas area. Some of this does pack a little bit of a punch. We've been seeing severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings moving through Arkansas, but the good news is it hasn't arrived just yet. So if you maybe know someone who's still on their way home, tell them to go ahead and get there safely as they can because the rain is on the way. In fact, some of us are getting a little bit of rain, especially in Poinsett and Cross counties in Arkansas. But you can see right a little bit south of Searcy, we're seeing that severe thunderstorm warning very, very close. Now, the good news is that most of us are dry. Now, we did get some rain earlier today, and hopefully that helps just a little bit, but some of us saw some sunshine, so that's not really good as far as storm development is concerned. Here's a look at our severe weather outlook for this evening. What can we expect? What are we anticipating? Some of us are in a level 4, unfortunately, and it does include parts of Shelby County. It literally shows half of Shelby County under that level 4 out of 5, and the rest of us are in a level 3. So definitely something that we are keeping an eye on. The storms are going to come in. It looks like it's a very fast moving system, which is good news and bad news. That means that everything's going to happen very quickly. So my advice is that you go ahead and get to your place, your safe place of where you want to be for the rest of the evening, at least until after midnight. Yep, after midnight. Here's a look at your hour by hour. Around 9 p.m., especially here in the metro Memphis area, that's when the strongest of the storms will start to arrive. And you can see it looks like an almost well-defined line. Those dark purples and that magenta color that you're seeing on your screen, that shows us a little bit of strong storm activity, whether that is hail, heavy rainfall, and unfortunately with this event, we cannot rule out a possible tornado. But like I said, this event is still continuing to move very fast, and around 11 o'clock p.m., most of us will be done. However, as you can see, Alcorn County and McNairy County, you guys will be about the last 2 counties to really have to deal with the severe weather threat. Now, Saturday is going to be a completely different day. In fact, it will be dry outside, very nice, very mild. We're not really looking at any kind of rainfall at all in the morning. So if you have any early morning Saturday plans, you can see it looks great out there, around 51 degrees at 8 a.m. The clouds look like they push out with that rain system, which is good. It's going to allow us to have a very clear Saturday ahead. But let's talk about our storm threats for tonight. Here's a look. Damaging wind gusts, definitely a very possible thing. We could be seeing wind gusting upwards of 45, 50 miles an hour. So if you can, go ahead, tie down that trampoline. You don't want to see the trampoline blowing down the street while it's dry outside. Go ahead and get it together now. Heavy rainfall is definitely something else that we are keeping our eye on, especially if you live in a flood-prone area. You could be anticipating at least 1 inch of rainfall in a very quick amount of time. In fact, some places are already under a flood watch. Not here in Memphis, but some of our viewing area is. Tornadoes, there are a few possible. So just make sure that you go ahead and charge those phones. I mean, we know the drill now. High winds equals maybe some power outages. So charge your phones, have multiple ways of communication. If you have a weather radio, go ahead and plug it in now so that you can have that notification at your fingertips. Here's a look at your wind speeds right now outside. It's 8-mile-an-hour winds here in the metro Memphis area, around 10-mile-an-hour winds in Dyersburg, and 17-mile-an-hour winds in Corinth, Mississippi. So winds are definitely increasing. Earlier this afternoon, I saw wind gusts upwards of 24 miles an hour already, and that's before the storm system arrives. Because we are anticipating the winds to be a little bit high, we do have a wind advisory in effect until 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. So keep that in mind. That tells us once again that those winds, the National Weather Service also thinks that the winds could be gusting upwards of 45 miles an hour. Here's a look at your flash flood watch that I was telling you about a little bit earlier. Cross County, Poinsett County, and Mississippi counties in Arkansas, as well as Dyer County, already in that flash flood watch until tomorrow as well. Now, this is new information. Within the last 15-20 minutes, we are now under a tornado watch until midnight, and that's for the entire Mid-South. So that means that you need to be watching the weather very, very closely. And just as a quick reminder, what's the difference between a watch and a warning? A watch means that the conditions are favorable for severe weather. That's what I've been watching all day. I've been seeing these storms develop. I've been seeing multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, even some tornado warnings associated with this same system. So go ahead and prepare yourself. Just be safe. You'd rather be safe than sorry. Go ahead and get your severe weather plan together with your family while you have the time, because once a warning is issued, that's when things get a little bit dicey. That's when you need to take immediate action. Go ahead and get under your bed if you need to. Go into the bathroom. Go into a room that has no windows. Do whatever you need to do to make sure you and your family are safe at that time. Here's a few thunderstorm safety items that we like to go through. I'll move this table out of the way. Make sure that you stay indoors and away from windows. Charge your cell phones. That's the best advice I can give you all. If you go ahead and charge your cell phones now, you don't have to worry about losing power and not having a way to talk to your family members. Also, go ahead and have your flashlights. If you have a push light, this is a great time to go ahead and get that out so that you can see exactly what's going on in case the lights go out after the sun goes down. Also, avoid electrical equipment and contact with water. If you can, go ahead and take your shower a little bit early tonight, as those storms will not be through the area until after midnight. Hey, our app is always free, whether you have an Apple or an Android. You can get it at the App Store as well as on Google Play, or you can text app to 901-321-7520, and that app will be sent directly to your phone, and it's a great way to have communication with whatever you need to do. Let's talk a little bit about your Saturday. I know I said it. It's a completely different story all across the Mid-South. Lots of sunshine in the morning at 9 a.m. Temperatures will be near 56 degrees. The sun will actually pop out tomorrow around 6 p.m. You can see it's 68 degrees. Highs, not too bad throughout the day either. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Temperatures will be near 70 degrees here in the Metro Memphis area on Saturday. We warm up to 75 for your Sunday, a beautiful weekend ahead. We could see some spotty showers late Sunday going into Monday, and then our temperatures take a little bit of a dip into the 60s for your Tuesday and Wednesday, but overall, a really nice day ahead. Hey, once again, make sure you're being very weather aware. We do have a show coming up at 6 o'clock this evening on ABC 24. Make sure you're tuning in sooner than later. That way you know exactly what we are looking for. I'll take another look once again at some of these safety tips that we want to talk about, because it's very important that you all know exactly what we are looking forward to. Once again, stay indoors and remain away from your windows. I know a lot of people send us different hail videos, flooding videos. Stay indoors. We have crews that are going to be out and they're going to be monitoring that. We don't want you to make yourself in a very unsafe environment. Go ahead and charge your cell phones once again and have your flashlights nearby, and avoid any contact with electrical equipment. Once again, we are under a tornado watch. So like I said, that means conditionals are favorable for possible severe weather. So go ahead and make sure that you are being weather aware by going ahead and charging those phones, making a safety plan with your family. Now, this tornado watch is in effect for the entire Mid-South until midnight. So it's definitely something that we have our eye on. There's also a flash flood watch, because we could be getting at least an inch of rain in a very short amount of time. Our wind alerts, wind advisory in effect until 3 a.m. and that's also for the entire Mid-South. So none of us are clear from this event. So make sure that you're being weather aware once again for quite some time. And here's another look at our storm threats. We could be seeing some damaging wind upwards of 50 miles an hour. So you definitely want to tie anything down. It's dry outside right now here in the Mid-South for most of us. So make sure that you have anything outside that could blow over kind of secured, especially if you have any plants that you already have sat outside. You don't want them to blow over at all. Here's a look at our severe weather outlook. We are in a level 3 out of 4. Some of our places now included into that severe thunderstorm warning. So Cross County, Poinsett County, definitely St. Francis County as well in that severe thunderstorm warning. So be weather aware. That storm is definitely continuing to approach the Mid-South. I'll take a wider look at exactly what we are anticipating to be coming our way. This is the entire system. So it's fast moving and we will be done with it relatively fast. But once again, I can't stress it enough. Just make sure you're weather aware. If you have any questions, send me a message on Facebook at Danielle Moss. I will be sure to answer any of your personal questions. If you have any specific places that you want me to keep an eye on, I'll keep an eye on for you for the next few hours. Hey, make sure you're turning into ABC 24 because we have a show coming up in about 10 minutes. I'll see you then.